Longevity is so much more than adding time to their life. It's about adding quality to that time.
Welcome to Unleash Curiosity by Vital Pet Life.
I'm Dr. Amber De Silva, veterinarian and advocate for integrative pet care.
And I'm Donie Yamamoto, founder and CEO of Vital Pet Life. We're so glad you're here.
This is a space where curiosity, compassion, and science converge, where we explore the powerful mind-body connection that supports your pet's health and your own.
Each week, we'll dive deep into the world of pet wellness, breaking down myths, exploring ingredients, and learning from expert voices across the industry.
From nutrition and sustainability to transparency and advocacy, we're here to help you feel more confident, connected, and informed in your care choices.
So let's get into it, because when we know better, we do better. This is Unleash Curiosity. Welcome back to Unleash Curiosity, where we dive into the science, stories, and simple habits that help our pets live longer and happier lives.
In our previous episode, introducing pet longevity with Donie and Dr. Amber, we laid the foundation of what longevity actually means and why it matters, and how we'll be exploring it through nutrition, emotional well-being, sustainability, and emerging science in future episodes. Today's episode is a big one because we're breaking down the 4 strategies to help jumpstart your pet's longevity that every pet parent should know. Let's get started. I'm Dr. Amber De Silva, DVM.
I'm Donie Yamamoto, CEO and founder of Vital Pet Life. People hear longevity and immediately think years. How many years their dog or cat might live.
Longevity is so much more than adding time to their life. It's about adding quality to that time. Today, we'll break it down so pet parents can focus on what truly matters.
Dr. Amber, what exactly does longevity mean in the world of pet health?
Donnie, that's a great question. Longevity for pets has 2 parts: the lifespan, how long your pet lives, and the vitality, how healthy, active, and joyful they are throughout those years. And honestly, vitality is the part that most people overlook.
Right. I've met senior dogs who are 14 years old, but act like they're 7 and vice versa.
Exactly. Longevity isn't just avoiding disease, it's supporting the body systems that keep pets thriving as they age. The joints, skin, heart, brain, digestion, and immune health.
So, Dr. Amber, if a pet parent asks you, what are the 4 strategies to help jumpstart my pet's longevity?
These 4 areas of longevity work together to support vitality and lifespan. And if you begin to focus on them, it will help jumpstart your pet's longevity journey.
So let's start with the big one, nutrition. Why does food play such a critical role in longevity?
Well, nutrition is so important because what we feed our pets actually gets incorporated into their bodies. So it's not just used and then discarded. The molecules become a part of them and can help them live longer, healthier lives, or they can make them weak and sick. We don't want to feed them the minimum nutrient requirements to just keep them alive. We want them to have abundant, happy, and healthy lives.
So it's more than just feed them good food. What should pet parents really look for?
For a food that has high quality ingredients, a food that's transparent with their formulas, the origin of their ingredients, and gives you more information than the minimum requirements. Research those foods and make sure you understand the terms used on the packaging so you don't fall for good marketing techniques, something that sounds good but maybe doesn't really mean what you think it means.
Yeah. Well, okay. The second area is movement and maintaining a healthy weight. Why does this show up in every longevity conversation?
Well, studies in animals and humans have shown a correlation between longevity and activity. Less activity leads to poorer health and shorter lifespans, while more activity leads to better health and longer lifespans. A recent study showed that overweight dogs live up to 2.5 years less than their normal weight counterparts. So it did depend on the breed of dog, but some dogs lived 2.5 years less when they were obese than the dogs that were at a normal weight. So this is a huge difference, especially when you think about how much shorter dogs' lives are than humans. 2.5 years is a huge chunk of a dog's life.
Yeah. Now, this next one is fascinating and surprised me the first time you brought it up. stress and emotional well-being. What's your take on this?
I think we really underestimate how detrimental excessive and chronic stress can be on dogs and cats and humans for that matter. Decreasing stress and improving emotional well being is important for a thriving, healthy life, as well as longevity. The bond between pets and their humans is improved as well when we address this.
Lastly, preventative vet care. Some pet parents only think of the vet when something is wrong. So, how does prevention tie into longevity?
Well, early detection is everything. And since pets can't tell us how they're feeling and what they may be experiencing as far as their physical health is concerned, it's up to us as pet parents to be aware of changes in things like behavior, eating and drinking, or activity level. But sometimes there can be a health problem that isn't visible but still needs to be addressed. And this is why a good physical exam by a veterinarian is important, even if you think your pet isn't having any symptoms. So, in fact, in the past week, I examined two dogs that had significant heart murmurs that the owners didn't know about. And one is a middle aged dog, and one is a 4-month-old puppy. And
Wow.
neither one is having symptoms, but these conditions need to be diagnosed and treated early to have better long term outcomes. So, this is just one example of many in which a potentially serious problem was found prior to there being any symptoms.
I love how you break this down because it makes longevity feel achievable, not overwhelming.
Right. So we want everyone to remember longevity isn't about perfection. It's about small, consistent choices that support your pet's body, mind, and long term health.
If today's conversation sparked ideas or gave you a new perspective on your pet's care, hit follow, share this episode with another pet parent, and join us for more science-backed ways to help your pets thrive through our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube channel.
And if you have questions or want us to cover a specific longevity topic, send them in at podcast@vitalpetlife.com. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep loving your pets boldly, keep staying curious, and we'll see you on the next episode of Unleash Curiosity.